Yeah, real disaster. I got light in my chicken house now. Anyway, I going to tin this chicken house, and I got started this. I don't think I spent more than 20 minutes on this, and I used my skid steer with the pallet forks on and started ripping the boards off the deal. Works pretty good, actually. Gotta be really careful. On this, I don't have enough room to go straight at it until I get up a little bit further, but my plans are is to take and get the gable end pieces off, rebuild those, and then get that done first, and then get some of the stuff off the top, and then I'm going to put a purlin across both top and bottom, and then when I get that done, I'm going to come back through and probably sister up some rafters. I got some 2x6 wood in the chicken house that I had bought a long time ago, and see what I can salvage out of that. Some of it's actually gotten wet and rotted. That's what happens when you don't get after a project right away. So anyway, project has started, and I got all the tin and stuff over there by my blue lawnmower, and then the purlins are sitting there right next to it, and gotta get hopping on this before summer's over. So anyway, that is going to be my large summer project. So I'll be getting at that. Hopefully this week it's a little chilly or a little colder out, and get a good head start on getting the roof finished. So hope I can get it buttoned up here. I'm hoping in a couple of weeks, and then I can start on the lower part and then get the siding. It's the same type of tin that I used in my garage, just like a pole barn siding or a pole barn tin. So a lot of work. I got some rotten spots in the rafters up front, rotten spots on the upper sill, or not sill, I should say top plate on the wall. It's got to be fixed. Got to saw that out of there, but no biggie. Cut it back with a sawzall until where it's not rotten, and then fix. And I'm sure I've got some rotten spots in the sills here and there along the way here that I'll have to fix. And then I know I've got some rotten, like for instance, this one I think is pretty, yeah, if you look here, this one's rotten. I'll have to probably cut that off somewheres up there a little bit, and then sister in a rafter 2x4 in there. And this is the full size stuff. This isn't the 1.5 by, well, probably is 1.5, but it's almost a 4-inch wide 2x4 here. So I'll have to see if I can find some old lumber and then use that to kind of like to try to match it as best as I can. Yeah, there's some work I need to do in here. There's some up in the front part of the deal there where the, like I said, the sill's rotten. Yeah, you can see it way up in the corner there. And made the big mistake of starting to take shingles off on that side years ago and never got back on it. So I'll probably go in and get some of that replaced. No big deal. There's a spot right there. You can see that the wood is a little bit white. I'm sure some dry rot. Here's another spot. I'll just have to look at this really close to make sure. I might just take and nail a 2x4 up side of it here, just to make sure I've got good wood for the rafter to sit on. After it's done and stuff like that, it's really not that big of a deal, as long as you can stop the rot, so keep the water from coming in. Like I said, I'll have to replace some of this stuff. Not too bad. Like I said, everything is going to be tinned over, and even some of this wood on the inside, it's not that big of a deal that if it stays that way, it's not that big of a deal. So it's going to be tinned. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I know I'm kind of babbling on here, but it is kind of interesting how they built these things. There's a 2x2 right there that's notched into the rafter, 2x4 on the outside gable part here that goes through and supports the board. Another one up here. And is that one? Yep, that one goes all the way through. I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is just box a 2x4 box. It's only 6 out a foot, and then I'll just box it all the way up, back and forth. I'd kind of like to have this foot, maintain this foot overhang here. Well, hey, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.